If your garage has zero to little storage and you're tired of stuff piling up on the floor, in the corner, or maybe on one specific shelf and it just looks terrible, I built this entire floor to ceiling storage solution using only 2x4s, OSB, and a couple 1x4s. What's going on? I'm Colton, and this storage unit behind me right here has 2 full bays, 3 shelves to fit so much stuff. It even fits those black and yellow totes that you find everywhere. Big box store, Costco, anywhere else. And this shelf runs all the way into the corner, so it utilizes every single square inch available to use. All the tools you'll need for this project will be down below in the YouTube shopping as well as the description. And the best part, all of this was less than $150 to build. No contractor, no fancy tools, not a big hit to your wallet, and it does the job. So this is a finished build. It took me probably about 3 hours to do everything. Let me show you how I did it.
So I had an idea. I wanted to sketch out my garage to then see what it would look like if I wanted to add some storage. So here's my garage with one wall, and here's where the actual garage door is. And then I also wanted to draw out the tracks where the garage door goes because that can get in the way a little bit. And then wanted to draw out the other track just because. So this is the space I want to play in. I want to maximize the corner space of the garage and put in about 8-foot long shelves and probably have 2 or 3 of them. And then I thought, where's the support going to be coming from, especially the front part of the shelves? So I wanted to draw out 2 of these vertical studs right here, and then the majority of the shelf, the weight will be held on the back because these will be secured into studs on the wall. So any of these scribbled bigger, darker lines, that's the support. So went to the garage, started to take some measurements. And the depth that I was able to play with came out to be right around 24 inches. And then the length I wanted to have about 8 feet. So I wanted to see where these studs were. And then I removed anything that could get in the way. And then my garage actually had a little bit of a lip. You may have something similar, but because of this, I measured it out and it was about just under 2 inches thick. So it was just over the actual thickness of a 2x4. So I wanted the bottom section of the shelf to be a little bit taller. So I measured 36 inches up from the ground, took my laser level, and then made that mark across the wall. I did 36 inches because my kid's wagon and then also my shop vac. So now we're going to make the frame of the actual shelf. I laid down 2 full-length 2x4s and then I took another 2x4, laid it across, and made some measurements. So essentially, knowing that I had 24 inches to play with and that a stud actually measures 1.5 inches in thickness and there's 2 of those to create the frame, I'm going to take away 3 inches from the 24 inches that I have. And I'm going to cut 4 pieces that measure 21 inches. And these are the cross supports for the frame. I'm then going to measure out every 32 inches, make a mark, and that's where my stud is going to go on the frame so they're evenly spaced out. I'm going to do this to both sides, and then I'm going to use some self-tapping screws, 2 on each side of the support that I'm doing, and then I dry fit it to the section and it worked out great. I now need to identify where the studs are so that I can securely fasten that down. Next, I cut a 29-inch board as a support in the corner because knowing that I want a 36-inch clearance, I needed to take into account this piece of cement here that measured about 7 inches. So 7 plus 29 is 36. Then I took my level out, made sure it was good, and every section of the shelf made sure it was secured down to a stud. I also like the idea of having legs for additional support in case I did put on extra heavy stuff and the screws failed. So I measured those out, cut them, secured them, and then made sure I was still level. And this front 2x4 was actually twisted pretty bad, so I wanted to make sure that I was level and then cut the appropriate length of the 2x4 knowing that I have a sloped garage. And then I actually found the middle of the front of the shelf and then I measured from that section all the way down to the floor, cut a custom length, and then now I have another leg, and then make sure it was all squared up. Then took a 1x4 and then measured how long this board would need to be in order to be level with the garage door track. This 1x4 is going to be key in holding together all of your front 2x4 supports while not needing to do any special toe-in screwing or cuts or anything. In this storage system, you're actually not dependent on the weight of the screws to hold the shelf. You're dependent on the shelf resting on the 2x4s and the legs that's provided. This board will be key, and it'll make sense. And then I took 1 1/4 general wood screws and secured this 1x4 to the 2x4s. And now you have the skeleton of the shelf. Then I went to the OSB. I measured 24 inches. I made multiple marks. I laid it down on some 2x4s, and then I took a T-square and made a solid line all the way through. I don't like to make long rip cuts on an angle, so I took another 2x4 and I put it underneath for support. And I made sure that the rip cut line was going to be between these 2 2x4s and was well supported, and it wasn't going to bind while I was cutting or nearing the end of the cut. Then I took this piece of OSB and put it on the frame. There is a smooth side and a rough side. I made sure the smooth side was up. And then this is actually where I realized that my studs that I grabbed weren't the full 2x4x8. They were actually pre-cut studs, meaning they were 2x4x92 and 5/8, which is fine. I'm okay with the overhang. It just was funny. Then I cut another length for this leg over here for additional support for weight. I secured the OSB down to the actual frame of the shelf. And now that I have a completely level shelf, I can then take my desired next clearance. I did 30 inches, I think, and I made 5 cuts for the legs at 30 inches. And then I'm going to build another frame, 2 full 2x4s, and then the cross supports are going to be that 21 inches. And I'm not going to bore you with more demonstration of creating another frame. I'm just going to do it. Essentially just do what you did, just 2 more times. Now what you can't see, on the other side of these 1x4s, I already have 2 of the legs installed to help me support this frame while I'm installing it. And then I took 2 of the 30-inch legs as a temporary support to help me install this. Didn't go as well as I planned, but once I got it all figured out, I then took those legs, installed them, and secured them to the studs in the wall, and then just a rinse and repeat. You want to make sure that your frame is level, that you secure the frame to the studs in the wall, and then I like to make sure that I have these legs for additional support for heavy items. And then I went back and grabbed the other half of the OSB. Because this was 24 inches and a 4x8 OSB sheet is exactly 24 inches and half, and I didn't have to make any additional cuts. I took the 1 1/4 wood screws and I secured this OSB down to the 2x4. Rinse and repeat again, build a frame, 5 legs, cut the OSB, get it up there, secure it down. Put everything on the shelf that you want, and now you're done.
And that's how I personally took that messy corner, that beginning stage of my garage where everything was piling up, and utilizing an empty space to build an entire floor to ceiling shelving solution for me. And once again, this project was less than $150 and it took me about 3 hours to do. If you found this video beneficial, hit that like button and also subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And also be sure to check out other how-to and review videos that I've done in the past. And I'll also be releasing a overhead storage solution for any garage. You can see a little bit of the sneak peek, like right above me. But that demonstration video is coming. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.